Can I just say something? I feel so bad for Mark Hamill. I really do. All these years of him working with Star Wars and all that, all these years of working with him, apparently there's talk that, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I think he's talking about retiring from Star Wars, is what I've been hearing, like he's retiring from Star Wars. And apparently his gift here is a C-3PO cookie. Yes, a C-3PO cookie. This is his reward for all the years of working at Star Wars. And he gets a C-3PO cookie. I'm going to be talking about this C-3PO cookie and my whole thoughts on this in the comments. In this video here. Sorry, not the comments. But in this video here, I'm going to be talking about this. This video probably won't be super long. Personally, I don't care about Star Wars much anymore. I'm burnt out on it. I've only watched the sequel trilogy. I was thinking about going back and watching some of the older shows, but now I hear people are saying they've gotten bad again. I don't even want to watch them. So, yeah, like Mandalorian and all that, I don't even want to watch them. But, I don't know, because I heard that Season 3 kind of ruined the first two seasons and all that, and they've kind of been going downhill and changing up the history of Star Wars and all that, so, yeah, there's that. But, if you guys don't want to hear me talking about Star Wars and all that, you guys don't have to watch this video. This is for people who want to hear news-related stuff. This is, again, more so thoughts and theories, because I'm not making this stuff news-related videos anymore, because it's not freaking news. It's kind of just, well, I guess this is kind of news, but it's more so just like, Star Wars is just basically a dead brand at this point, so it's not really nothing special, but, yeah, for people who are still sticking around, I'm going to talk about this, but anywho, though, yeah, so there's a C-3PO cookie, apparently, that's, I guess 5 years old. It was made for The Rise of Skywalker or something like that. It was 5 years old, and apparently this is Mark Hamill's gift, because, again, I don't know if he's actually retiring or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he retires from Star Wars, but he could be still working with Batman. I think he might still voice the Joker. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he voices the Joker or not, still, because he was talking about that with how, Batman isn't the same without, he doesn't, because his friend passed away or something like that, so I'm not sure if he's still, voicing the Joker or not. I actually need to go and watch some Batman stuff. I haven't actually done that, but yeah, I need to go watch some stuff. I might go down the road, I might review some of the shows and movies. I don't know, we'll have to see, because I have to have some time to do that, and right now I'm currently going through and reviewing DreamWorks and Sony reviews. I did Star Wars. I reviewed every movie, and yeah, the sequel trilogy was really bad. Like, it started off just ripping off A New Hope, with, it being about the Last Jedi, even though Luke Skywalker was the Last Jedi in A New Hope, and then, it brought back a bunch of characters, but it has like a Darth Vader ripoff, which is Kylo Ren, which he does have a cool design, but he was a ripoff, and then, they had a Super Death Star in there, and all that, and they kind of ripped all that off. It still had some moments I liked, but then they kind of went way downhill with The Last Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker was just, I don't know, I think a lot of people seem to really, think The Rise of Skywalker is worse than The Last Jedi. I don't know. I think The Last Jedi is worse than The Rise of Skywalker. At least, The Rise of Skywalker is they're trying to fix it. The problem is, at that point in time, it was too late, and they kind of just shoehorned a lot of things in there and all that. And I got people telling me, you should read the books. The books, fill in the details, and I'm like, I don't need to have details, to know about, I mean, I don't need to have a book about Palpatine returning and all that. Like, it was shoehorned in there out of nowhere. They should have built it up in the movies. The books are more so to focus on the sides plots, not the main plots. That's what their books are supposed to be for. It's like if they, you know, like in, you know, the original trilogy and all that, they shoehorn, you know, Darth Vader being, you know, Luke's father out of nowhere and just put it in a book instead. It just wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm just Star Wars out at this point. But the fact is that, you know, Mark Hamill has been there. He's been there since the beginning. He's voiced you know, he's voiced some characters on Star Wars too, but he's Luke Skywalker. He's Luke Skywalker and all. He's Luke and you know, the fact is that he he spent all these years, you know, and even in the prequels he voiced some characters which I did not know about. I don't know about the prequel movies, but I do know, like, he did voice some characters in the Clone Wars series, so that's something that's pretty cool to point out. But the thing is, though, he's been there for so many years and all that, and what do? They give him a freaking cookie, They you know, that apparently, I guess they're bidding on that stuff, so they're bidding on this stuff, and apparently the cookie is worth like $50 or $100. I'm like, that's freaking bullshit. That's bullshit. I mean, after all the things he's done and all that, he's a big star in there, and they freaking give him a damn cookie. Heck, I don't even think heck, even like you know, Rey. Like, I don't even think if Rey were to retire, like, you know, or Daisy Ridley is what her name is. Daisy Ridley, if she were to retire, I don't even think a cookie would be nice enough for her. I'm actually here. I don't even know if Daisy really wants to go back to Star Wars, but I hear she's getting paid a lot more than Mark Hamill. Even though he's been there longer, she's getting paid way more. I'm thinking they're probably bribing, you know, Daisy Ridley. They're trying to throw money at her to come back to Star Wars and all that. So you know, that they can, you know, because they're planning on making, you know, a sequel series to the sequel series, which, by the way, doesn't work very well because, you know, the original sequel series did not do very well, and I mean, they could start over and fix it up for the next sequel series, but I doubt they're gonna do that. But yeah, so apparently you get this C-3PO cookie, which, by the way, it looks like crap. It doesn't even look that great. It looks like crap. Like, I was looking on there, and there's C-3PO cookies that look a lot better. I mean, it doesn't look super awful. Like, it still has, like, it's got, you know, it's got, you know, the design. You got the eyes. You got the metal-looking belt and all that. You know, you got that stuff. So there's that, but it's not worth $50 or $100. I think they're wanting to charge for $100 in a bidding war for this stuff. I think they're doing this bidding war, though, is because Disney right now, Disney is in so much trouble as a company. They're freaking in so much trouble. Like, they're losing so much money and all that. I think they're trying to find a way to make money. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find a way to make money, so they're going out of their way, because they own Star Wars. Since they own Star Wars now, they can get the, you know, money and all that for the bidding war stuff. The problem is, though, is a lot of this crap is not really, they're trying to sell, it's not worth, you know, the money they're trying to charge for this. But yeah, this the C-3PO cookie is not like, I think they're charging, I mean, there may be some people out there that might pay $100 for it. It's a bidding war, you know, but the fact they're starting out with $100 is just ridiculous, because I think it's $50 or $100 what they're starting out with. I can't remember which one is which. But the fact that they're starting out with this and all that, and that means the bidding war can go even higher than that, it's not worth it, because it's an old cookie. It'll probably break up over time. It'll probably break up, and I mean, maybe it could maybe they could find a way to keep it from breaking apart, but it's a lot, you know, it'll probably break apart, and, you know, even like, because it's just, I don't know, it's just like, it's just not, that's the thing with cookies, they're just not made very well. I know some people have them as ornaments. I actually have some as ornaments, believe it or not. Well, actually, I don't know if they're cookie ornament. I mean, I don't know, they don't have like sugar and all that in them, I don't think. But I have some of those still, and they're like about 5 years old probably now, too, that I made. But still, it's like the fact is that they're wanting so much money for this, and they gave Mark Hamill this. That's just stupid. Like, if I were Mark Hamill, I'd give Kathleen Kennedy the freaking middle finger is what I would do. I'd give her the middle finger. Because the thing is, she's the one apparently who made it, and she signed it, so... Like, I don't think her and Mark Hamill ever got along, I don't think, because there's always been some problems, I think, behind the scenes, but... I mean, I don't think Mark Hamill is completely retiring from this stuff or not. I don't know if he's completely retiring, but, I think he might be just quitting Star Wars, because at this point, Star Wars is freaking dead, and the people behind it are not being treated right. And there's some people that've been fired, like, not just boys, but girls, too, have been fired, you know, because we had Gianna Carano, who was fired over a stupid tweet she made, like, years ago, and just crap like that, and it's just stupid, like... And I'm going to clarify, too, that Disney is also, they're panicking because freaking Nelson Peltz is actually up their ass right now. I'm hoping if Nelson Peltz, like, I'm not going to get hopes up until it actually happens. I mean, I'll believe it when it happens, you know, like, once I see it, I'll believe it, but I'm hoping Nelson Peltz actually gets into the office, and hopefully he'll fix up this company, because right now this company is getting close to bankruptcy. Like, I've been told that Disney is too big to fail. They're too big to fail, but they're not. Nothing's too big to fail, and since they've been having movies that have been bombing for the last few years. This trend, I think, started back in 2019. Like, most of their movies were not well received. They made some money, but they were not well received. And then, you know, like, this trend's been continuing since then. It may even begin in 2017 or 18. I'm not sure. Because 2018 had some movies people didn't like either, but it's been kind of becoming a trend, you know, and all that. So they've been losing money on their movies. Their parks are not doing that great. They're losing customers and all that. They're, you know, like, most of their animators that actually made good stuff are moving on to other studios like Skydance and DreamWorks and all that. Like, and then John Lasseter, like, you know, he's gone and all that. Like, I don't know how I feel about John Lasseter. I hear, like, you know, people have some issues with him, but the fact is that they've kind of kicked him out and all that. Like, you know, I don't know this. Because people have been complaining about him for years and all that, so the fact is they just kicked him out, like, you know, I thought they needed an excuse to kick him out or something, because they kicked him out back in, I believe, 2018 or 2019, he was kicked out of Disney and all that, so you know, there's that, but yeah, the fact is, though, yeah, John Lasseter was also a big part of it, so Disney's been losing their, you know, their employees and all that they've been getting fired, or they've been quitting Disney and going to other studios, and it's pretty bad. And the fact is, though, that freaking Disney has the balls to, like, lay off, you know, like, certain people. I mean, they laid off freaking, like, over 7,000 people last year. 7,000 people. You know, and all that. And I'm gonna clarify that they did that on top of, you know, talking about, you know, spending like $60 billion on the theme parks, which is stupid, because that means you threw your cast members, you know, overboard, on top of, you know, also, like, blowing money on freaking Fortnite, you know, and all that. But on the other hand, you know, you still have freaking people like Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is still... She's still freaking in charge of Lucasfilm. She's still in charge of it, and the thing is, though, it's not getting freaking better. She treats people like shit all the time. You know, it's not just Mark Hamill. She's also been treating other coworkers like shit and all that, and, you know, she just freaking doesn't care, and, you know, the fact that she still has a freaking job is so stupid, and, it's just dumb. Like, I'm sorry, but it's freaking dumb that she has a job still, while like all these other cast members and all that were freaking thrown overboard and all that. It's just freaking stupid. Like, Disney's probably lost quite a bit of their workers. They've lost quite a bit of them. I mean, they had a couple years ago. I was looking up. I think back in 2021 or 2022, they had like a couple 100,000 employees. But now they probably have way less than that. And the thing is, they're trying to cut cost and by laying off people. But the problem is that's not going to help you in the long term, because if your crap's not making money, then what are you gonna do there? But yeah, I'm hoping freaking Nuts and Pelts comes in there, and I'm hoping he'll fix freaking Disney. I don't know if he's going to or not. I don't know, but they gotta do something, because Disney is getting close to filing bankruptcy. And apparently, I guess I was right. Apparently, they are, compared to the other studios, they're actually doing the worst, because apparently, like, Warner Brothers is actually doing even better than they are somehow, because even though Warner Brothers has also been laying off people and canceling projects left and right. And speaking of that, Disney's been doing the same thing, but they've been doing it behind the scenes and all that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this. I said this is just kind of dumb, and like I said, this whole cookie thing, and like I feel like Mark Hamill deserves a lot more than that. Like they should build him a house or something. Like build him a replica house that he lived in A New Hope, or build him a car out of solid gold or something. I mean, I don't know if solid gold because it will be good or not, because there's not a lot of gold out there. But they could paint, like they can make him a replica to a ship or something, or they could give him a aluminum falcon. I don't know. They could do like a cool aluminum falcon, fort or something. They could do a whole lot with it. I wouldn't mind having an aluminum falcon fort I can go inside of. That'd be kind of cool. But the fact is, they have this is ridiculous, and this is like his reward and all that. I think it's just stupid and all that. I mean, I don't know exactly. I don't know Mark Hamill as a person very well, but I do know he was part of this company for a long time, and the fact is that Kathleen Kennedy is getting freaking rewards. Yeah, she's gonna be getting rewards for doing a shitty job running Lucasfilm. Is just kind of, I'm like, I just don't get how she's freaking still in office. But that's kind of, well, not office. I mean, probably sorry. I mean, not office. I'm thinking of the president. No, I mean office as like the president of Lucasfilm. Somehow she's still the president there. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she's getting rewarded for basically being a shitty person and getting all this stuff here. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just, like I said, I think I said this in the past. I don't buy Star Wars stuff anymore. I'm Star Wars out at this point. And I mean, why would I want to? Why would I want to support, a company who's run by a person who treats her employees like shit, and, that's owned by another company that treats their people like shit, on top of, like, making shitty movies, not caring about the fans and all that, and I don't know, I'm just like, I don't want to support them, but, I don't know, but I'm pretty much probably at this point pretty much about done talking about this. But the fact is that we have, this C-3PO cookie and all that. I don't even know if it's gonna go for a lot of money, because it's just not really worth it. It's just it's crap, and it looks like crap. Like, it looks very cheap looking. Like, it doesn't look awful, but it looks, I don't know, like, compared to, there's like other C-3PO cookies that look a lot better. But again, the fact that Kathleen Kennedy again gave Mark Hamill this, and Mark Hamill was pissed off about it. He was pissed about this. I don't blame him, because Kathleen Kennedy's basically giving the middle finger to Mark Hamill and for all the work he did, and I just feel kind of bad, But yeah. Anywho, though, I better probably go ahead and let things go from here, though. So I'll see you guys all next time. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments below, and yeah, I think this is just sad and stupid, and at this point, I think Disney and Star Wars are pretty much just dead, and I unless Nuts and Pulse comes in and fixes the company, it's gonna die. Because I know they also have they have they have a problem with they're having a problem where they're trying to get people to vote and keep Iger in and all that. And the problem with Iger and Kathleen Kennedy in charge of these companies is that they're running them into the ground, and at this point they're pretty much just going to run out of money. They did fire the live action person person in charge of the live action movies, I believe. But that's kind of because they had to do it at the last minute, not because they want to. But I mean, the fact that they fired him, that's good. But I don't know if that means anything, because they could probably just hire someone else that could do a shitty job too at the live action remakes. But I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.